If you ask me, nobody asked you. But if you did, I think the starter decks are a waste of time. They set up the new player for failure. If they really think that this is how the game is played, just playing a whole random bunch of garbage and just expecting it to work. Now, I'm not saying that that doesn't work, but it will more than likely not work present day. Let's be serious. Starter decks have been terrible ever since they came out. And they have this excuse, and they say for newer players. Sometimes they'll give you newer cards, but these newer cards are still like years old. So how would you expect somebody that's new to the game to learn the game that it's played now with cards like this? I'm just asking the simple questions. So, since I'm black, I'm going to start with the Dark Legion structure deck. I keep saying structure instead of starter. My bizzle. A whole bunch of terrible monsters. Yep, gotta top it off with Beast of Tower, Archfiend Soldier, and Dragon dwelling in a cave. You always gotta have some normal monsters because it wouldn't be a starter deck without them. Thing comes to mind is the Dark Hole, Smashing Ground, Mirror Force, Magic Cylinder, Shadow Rail. So because this isn't Battle Pack, are we going to be getting the rare lettering, which is silver, right? So they're going to look like dual terminal cards, which isn't a bad thing, but I still don't think that's enough of a reason for you to want to buy this. It just seems like you would just wait for somebody to buy it. And you'd be like, can I have these? Thank you, idiot. Oh, and the card that's better than all of this, but not really, is a secret rare. They even upgraded those. And it still sucks. D, Dragon, King, Pendragon. Well, it looks like a dragon. If I could smell it, it probably smells like a dragon. But it's a fiend! If this card is in your hand, you contribute one dragon-type monster and one other fiend-type monster from your hand and or side of the field. Special summon this card. So either way, this is still a double tribute. Once per turn, you can discard one card. This card gains 500 attack. Okay, so it'd be 31. Then you can destroy one spell or trap card on the field. This attack increase lasts till the end of this turn. Somebody might make the argument that this is a starter card that's not supposed to be that good. Shut up! Where that may be somewhat valid, I don't want to hear all that. This card may have been good years ago, but then years ago they made even more terrible cards for the time. And it says in your hand. So it's not even like you could summon this from the graveyard. And if you could summon it from the graveyard as well, it would make more sense. But you can't! Let's move on. I don't expect the Saber Force starter deck to be any different. Yep, same Shadow Rails. And there's some other cards, but it really doesn't matter. Of course, you got to have some normal monsters, Alexandrite Dragon and Mystical Elf. I believe I have a super rare Mystical Elf. That didn't really mean nothing, but it sounded more interesting to say that than anything else. Odd Eyes Dragon. If we were even comparing these starter decks, I would just get the Saber Force one. That is really sad. Odd Eye Saber Dragon. You contribute one light monster. So it doesn't say other light monster because this is a light monster. Whatever. Send one Odd Eyes Dragon from your side of the field, hand or deck to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon this card from your hand. Well, you got to play Odd Eyes Dragon for it. It is Odd Eyes in the starter deck. Synergy! When this card destroys an opponent monster in battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can destroy one card your opponent controls. I think it's a shame. A low-down, dirty shame. The Odd Eye Saber Dragon, in my opinion, is better than Pendragon that's not actually a dragon. Some people have gone as far as to say that these are the worst starter decks ever. I wouldn't go that far. They suck, but all of them sucked. So it ain't really like there was a whole lot of competition in the non-sucking department. I don't remember a starter deck ever being good. There's always some reprints that somebody might want for some reason, but that does not make the product good. You just keep spewing out the same crap, repackaging the same garbage, Konami. But it's fine because somebody's going to buy it. And at the end of the day, that's really what matters. It's a good thing I've abstained from cursing. So on that note, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate it. If you'd like to support me in some form or fashion, all I ask is that you spend literally seconds out your day and click an advertisement. Money goes towards rent, of course. I would be grateful, appreciative, and I'll say thank you very much in advance if you can find some time to do that.